What's up, everybody? We're back for Tactical Friday here on the Tactical Leader podcast, focused on some tactics that you can take from the battlefield to the boardroom and then into the bedroom to enhance everything you need to as far as relationships go and to try to make sure you're staying in alignment with yourself and your partner. This is a big thing that Taylor and I have been working on, and we need to work on more, and we want to share the lessons learned with you. So Tay came up with a really good idea, talking about a couple different things that we've been dealing with and integrating certain things into your routine. But I want to make sure that this is kind of highlighted as part of a relationship cycle that we've been focused on, trying to make sure that both of us are having our needs met emotionally, physically, among a busy schedule and travel and different things. So essentially, I'm going to turn it over to you. You mentioned this as a concept and a topic, and I want to make it very tactical for us. So, what do you have to share with our tactics?
So you mentioned building business. Wow. You mentioned being busy. Say that 10 times fast.
You mentioned being busy. You mentioned being
Thank
busy.
you. Okay. I was like, building busy business.
So many bees.
um,
Alliteration is running rampant.
Being busy, productive busy, that is. And we have a routine. We have a morning routine, we have daily routine. That routine can get thrown in all which directions, but we have our consistence, right? And one of the biggest things that I think a lot of relationships can push to the wayside is their intimacy and putting that into the routine. For us being 4 a.m.ers, it is easier for us to kind of do our 4
So
a.m.
hang on. Let's pause there.
What?
4 a.m.ers.
Wake up at 4:30.
Okay. But I think this is really important.
Okay.
And
I don't know where you're going with this.
I know you don't. But it's something that we're used to that I think a lot of people aren't going to correlate with.
Okay. Doesn't make sense, or doesn't, God, I cannot talk right now. It does not matter what time you wake up.
No, not that.
Okay.
We wake up together.
Ah, I see where you're going. Sorry, I did
Right?
not listen fully.
No, you
Okay.
didn't.
Intimacy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Women not listening fully, guys.
Share and listen.
Right. So we wake up together, usually 4:30. Whether the snooze is hit 20 times by you or not.
No.
I would say, honestly, 7 out of 7 days a week, we wake up at the same time together. Occasionally, there may be one day every couple of weeks where we aren't up at the same time. I think there's a baseline metric there of waking up together and a level of togetherness to start our daily routine.
Okay. I'll go from two great ways that you can feel togetherness. One, waking up literally together, meaning you can add intimacy into that as far as using 4 seconds of your life to roll over. Big spoon. Yes, ladies, big spoon your man.
Oh my God. All right. Let's hang on. Whoa.
Are
Let's
you
pause.
tactics or no?
This is a tactic. I'm going to applaud you for what you just said.
Thank you.
Let me give this tactic to the guys. All of us know the little spoon's where it's at. Every guy out there, again, this is another one of those engagement points. Every guy out there loves a little spoon.
There you're off.
Put your ring finger away. Every guy out there loves a little spoon. I want to reiterate that piece of like females not to be afraid to like snuggle that guy.
It definitely brings you closer anyways. Regardless if they say they hate it, it's still going to bring you closer because
And
it's
you love snuggles.
Shut up. Okay, back to the tactics. So waking up together, there's two ways you can do it. Or I'm going to throw two ways at you. Zach and I, for example, wake up literally together 4:30 every morning, roll over, give them snuggles, a minute or two. From there, if we are going to the gym together,
like a snooze or two.
Can you calm down for 2 seconds?
Go ahead. Keep
Please,
going. Keep going.
zip it.
Keep going.
So they can listen. Thank you. Roll over for a minute or two. If we're going to the workout together, we immediately start getting ready together. Go do our workout. We might have an hour or two to come back before business hits. Whether that's leaving the house, working a little more remote that day, whatever. But there is a level of intimacy. So me rolling over to big spoon him, obviously that's a little more physical. Him, he's actually so good at this. I struggle with it a little bit more. And I think that that's a little opposite in most relationships, is he's a little bit more emotionally intimate. So he's more willing to share his feelings. That's super important, guys, ladies as well. I'm a little backwards in that. I'm more quiet to myself, deal with it on your own. Highly don't recommend that. So share your feelings so that y'all can have that level of connection. And don't forget about putting in the intimacy in the routine. And yes, this is physical as well.
But
people have needs.
But you're not explaining this piece. So that's what I'm going to pause for a second. So you say I'm better at the emotional intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like in this piece?
If you communicate how you feel, for example, if you didn't communicate, hey, I feel rejected when I'm initiating physical intimacy, okay? And you are busy with something or doing something, and it feels like you're rejecting me if we're not physically connecting in that moment.
Hang on. I want to make this very contextual, right? And I want people to understand. So this can be as simple as you're getting ready to go to your client. Some days you leave at 4:30, 4:45 to get to your corporate client. I'm not having to get moving that early. I wake up at the same time, right? We wake up at 4:30. It gives you time to get ready. I'm not moving yet because I don't go to the gym until 5:30, right? It can be as simple as me wanting a kiss, wanting 5 seconds of your attention in the morning, and you're in the middle of your get ready routine. And if I express something like, hey, I want a kiss, come give me a kiss, I say something, most of y'all know me, I talk shit. So usually it's like, oh, you're too busy to love on me, whatever, right? But I think that's the piece of recognizing how small it is for intimacy. You taking 30 seconds to crawl back on the bed and give me a kiss is instrumentally important for my day. And I think that's the piece I want to highlight is like, we're not necessarily talking sexual relations, sexuality, right? We're talking something as simple as like, give me 30 seconds of attention. Even though I know you're busy, I just want to grasp your attention so I feel loved and important for the day.
That is a piece that I was saying into the routine. So thank you for bringing clarity to that. Yes. There's also the more physical aspect of after you're emotionally, so you communicating.
The really physical stuff.
Oh my gosh, Zach. You're communicating to me, hey, give me 30 seconds of your time. I know you're busy and ready to roll to your client. And I stop what I'm doing and do that. And then I'm intentionally doing that more and more. You're going to be happier. It's going to create a better energy in the household because you expressed it, you communicated it. Now I know how important it is. So I'm doing it. And it's 30 seconds that I want to do that. I just maybe don't grasp before you communicate it. There's also the level of we get so into our routine, and those of you who are driven individuals out there, it's really hard when you have your own schedule you have your workout time, and then you have clients stacked, whether that's meetings, virtually, in person, whatever. But where's your partner in that? So that can also be built into your morning routine as well. If you have a little free time, build that in.
So,
or make a little free time. Not if you have it, make free time. And
that's
something
a great dichotomy.
I put a boundary on clients. There's only one exception. Typically, I don't take clients until like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. So it allows me that hour to come back home, let my mental shift, and it's us time for a little bit. And sometimes if you usually start your day 8 a.m., give or take. And so it allows us to have a little bit of time together. And then we go all about our days. We talk here and there throughout the day, whether it's on the phone or shooting a text, depending on how the day's going. And then we come back together at the end. So I think that morning, just putting your partner in that piece of your morning and like committing to it is going to really change how the day ends with you guys ending your day together. If that makes sense.
It does to an extent. I know what you mean, but I want to make sure there's a mass level of clarity to this. So let's talk tactical, ground level, in the trenches. Give me 2 things you do to make me feel important in that scenario.
When you express babe and you make a comment, I stop putting on my makeup for 30 seconds and football tackle you and give you a kiss.
Okay.
That's 30 seconds of my time. That can change.
Which does not mean blame me for being late.
I do that as well, guys.
If you hit snooze 18 times,
that's gonna be
30
some shit talk back, baby.
So there's one.
Okay.
Tackle me and give me a kiss.
Uh-huh.
Give me another thing that you do.
You give me another thing that I do.
No.
What?
I know.
I do too. I just don't know how to say it.
Then say it.
I'm not sure.
Say it.
Zachary A.
So she's trying to avoid dirty sexual innuendos. My mind's not going there. Believe it or not, my mind's not going there. So, yes, you do the physical piece, but something that we've discussed and you furthered is something as simple as a verbal affirmation or allowing me to harass you while you're putting on your makeup on.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's funny.
So what's funny about it is like you give me such a hard time, babe, I have something sharp at my eye while you're putting on eyeliner and I'm busy smacking your ass.
Yeah.
Right. There is such a piece of
like a total meme.
There's like a level of affirmation attached to that. Right. But it's the playfulness back and forth. And I think there's a piece to encourage there. And the reality of what the original statement was, don't get too tied into your morning routine to forget to include intimacy. Right? Nailed it. So if you're busy putting your makeup on and I want to harass you for 30 seconds, that's a pretty good 30 seconds of harassment to make sure there's a level of intimacy and engagement between us, right? If you're rushing to go out the door, but you take 30 seconds to football, quote unquote, football tackle me and give me a kiss, Chuck Norris roundhouse, whatever. There is such a level of value to that that a man can appreciate, right? And men don't talk about that.
Yeah,
And
guys, speak up.
well, I speak up and then I get yelled at because I'm making you late. I wish y'all go to our YouTube channel and look at the face you just made.
Listen, guys, he has literally ripped my socks off my feet because he can't find a pair of socks and it's made me late for work. He deserves it. Okay.
I've also
Full story
literally, hang on. I've literally ripped socks off your feet to keep you around for 30 extra seconds.
And I
Because
allowed him to do such things.
allowed, you don't have a choice. I'm bigger, I'm
All
stronger,
right. All right.
and I will rip your socks off to keep you around for 30 seconds for an extra little giggle.
I love
right?
you.
I know you love me. I think there's such a great value there to like, don't forget the funny, right? Don't forget how to bring a level of goofiness to the relationship, even in the anxious, hyper focused ADHD morning routine.
He's talking about me, guys.
100%.
Definitely. That's me too, T.
But I think there's so many of us that forget that piece.
Mhm.
Like, don't forget that piece. How can you interrupt that morning routine with a little bit of love?
Mhm.
I think that's like a great thing to think about. I harass the crap.
It's okay to be in go mode. Just include your partner in it.
And it's like back and forth.
Mhm.
I really interject myself into your morning routine.
Yes, you do.
And it bothers you at times.
Oh my God.
97% of the time.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Conversely, I can easily step away from my whatever and accept you wanting attention.
I don't know how you do it.
But that's the piece of it, right? And I think there's a dichotomy here. You have to learn as that person. I think there's a representation of both people that a lot of people correlate to. You have to learn how to accept allowing me to interject. Conversely, you've learned how to inject yourself into my space in a way where I have to learn to, oh, she's giving me this attention. I want to accept it. Right. I have to learn, how do I interject myself into your morning routine without getting stabbed?
Mhm.
Right. And I also have had to learn, when you're wanting to give me attention, I have to accept it in that moment, because that's when you're mentally prepped to give attention like that. And if I turn that away, it is seen as a massive rejection.
I'm giving you the things that you've asked for.
Yes,
Yep.
on your timeline of
Yep.
ADHD programming.
I know. I know.
So there's a piece of like dual understanding. I have to understand, when you're in that mode, I have to accept that, or you'll be massively rejected. Conversely, when you're in that mode, I have to be very delicate of how I interject that same thing. And there's a great learning opportunity for both sides. I think a lot of people correlate with that.
Well, thank you and you're welcome.
Thank you and you're welcome. There's Tactical Friday. Thank you and you're welcome. Anything else? Make sure you grab a blankie and cover yourself up.
Yes. With your partner.
It's 67 degrees
Cuddle
in the
them.
house. Cuddle them. I think that's a great point to really realize, is there's like a dichotomy of like, thank you and you're welcome.
Mhm.
So what's our challenge for the weekend?
If you're a go motor, I just made a new word. If you are so in tune with your morning routine, it's step by step. You're like the kid who lays their clothes out the night before. I am literally talking about myself right now. And everything has to be perfect in your morning routine. Look at where you will put your partner in, whether it's 30 seconds, 30 minutes. How can you insert them into that morning routine? Could be rolling over, giving them cuddles. It could be having a conversation before you kick your day off, but you can really change the entire day with your partner.
And conversely, you're speaking from the go motor side. So
you are a go mode person. You're just different.
I am, but speak to me.
Okay.
Right? How do I successfully inject myself? What would you like to see more of?
You've gotta you do this so well, and it has taken, you got to be willing to be a little rejected, if you will. You have to be willing to be.
There's the shout out, man.
I'm putting on eyeliner. Stop. You know, me being myself and like doing my thing, and you're like
still gonna grab
kicking me, stepping on my toes, like finding random rubber bands and like popping me with them while I have eyeliner next to my eye.
It's not a whoa. It's a hair tie you left in 18,000 places. I just have to find one.
Yeah. And it's willing to do that over and over again, and loving your partner for if they just turn around to give you a peck on the cheek or the mouth and then go back to putting on their eyeliner. That's okay.
I think there's also a piece here of taking the affection, right? There are times where you're so frustrated with me bothering you.
Yeah. Every day.
But I amp it up another level and like force you to give me affection, quote unquote.
And you've taught me that.
Let's not make it sound awful. It sounds awful saying it, but there's a level of you're rejecting me, but I'm going to amp it up even more to where it becomes funny. And you're like, oh, fine, I'll love on you for a second. Right? Yeah. There's so many times where you'll be doing your eyeliner. Oh, there's something sharp in my eye. And I bother you even more. And it becomes funny. And I take the rejection as fuel to further knowing I'm about to win. And that win enhances our intimacy.
Yeah, it's a playful game. Be playful with your partner.
They're so good. There's so many pieces of where I'm going to continue to harass you.
Oh God.
I'm gonna steal your socks somewhere.
Please don't.
I love your socks.
I bought like 200.
I feel like this one right here. Hang on, give me this one.
No, let's end this.
Let's end this. Whatever. I want your socks. Where can they find you?
Where can they find me? Go to Instagram, search Daddy Tay Fitness, Daddy Tay Fit. You'll find profiles. Search Taylor Merritt. Facebook, Instagram as well, and LinkedIn.
It's a great place to find her. Mostly on Instagram. Don't hesitate to reach out. Hit Tay up with comments, concerns, snuggle routines, whatever it may be. You can find me across all the platforms, Zach A. Knight. I've got to put the A in there because I'm not a Bollywood superstar. So make sure the A is in the Zach A. Knight, and reach out. We really want to get engagement from all of you. We want to hear about your tactics from the battlefield to the boardroom to the bedroom, and come back and catch us on the next episode where we feature the queen of all the things. And we look forward to talking to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.